everything based off action, not words. I think words are 20% of interactions. I think words are smoke and mirrors, and more time, if your words don't match your actions anyway, your words don't really mean shit. Words only have value when supported by significant action. Alright, something I wanted to talk about, yeah, was I've just come from film with CHZO, Gabs, and I guess Obi. So something they touched on during conversation was oh, I can't even remember now. It was along the lines of perception. Was it perception? No, it was essentially, that was it. So he said he had, so this will come out after the episode come out. Yeah, so he was saying a lot, something along the lines of he had his business, his food tour business, and he was reaching out to like influencers and things, and food influencers, and they weren't really respecting what he was saying off the basis of his social media presence. I think he said at the time he had about 20 followers on TikTok, which obviously is not a lot. And then fortunately he had Keith Lee come down, and obviously Keith Lee, one of the biggest food critics in the world, particularly on TikTok. That's where he made his living, made his brand. He came down, did the food tour, spoke so highly of it, spoke so highly of Obi, etc. To the point where Obi's page grew from 20 followers to 12,000 followers. Then, as you can probably imagine, out of the woodwork came they started crawling out of the woodwork saying, "Oh, Obi, yeah, let's collaborate, let's do this, let's do that and the other." And it's like, there's so many things that can go into that, but everyone loves to be on the winning team, innit? Everyone loves to be on the winning team. That's the first thing I wanted to say. And something CHZO always says is everyone waits at the finish line to fuck the winners. That's what it is. So a lot of the time, bro, it's the game. And I don't know if you can be angry at it, but the main point I'm going to make from this is the power of perception and the power of social media and how important it is to control your own narrative. The reason why I say that is because having 12,000 followers or having a lot of followers on social media, in my opinion, it's not something that's particularly hard to obtain. The difficulty in it for a lot of people, a lot of the time, is the consistency and the creativity. A lot of the time they make content that's too similar to their competitors, and then on top of that they don't make content for a long enough time to see what works and what doesn't. Once you've got that formula and you found something that works, it's just a case of replicating. But the main thing was perception. I think being perceived to be winning or being perceived to be successful, etc., I think that's more valuable in today's climate, in today's world, than it is to actually be successful. And the reason why I say that is because being perceived to be successful can only bring more success. Now, there's a saying, it goes, fake it till you make it. So you're probably familiar with that. It's very self-explanatory. Pretend to be the guy that you actually kind of want to be. So if I want to be, I don't know, let's say a footballer, I might all act up on social media and whatnot like I'm a professional footballer, whatever that may be. Now, there's a few things that can go into that. A lot of the times you end up picking up habits. And I say, when you want to change your life, when you want to be someone, when you want to be something, you need to change your habits. And to change your habits individually, I find it to be difficult. But to change I think you need to change your identity. You need to do things which are in line with the person that you want to be. So I spoke about goal setting and how to formulate a target, work backwards from that target to figure out the whole system that will lead to your goal. So in another video. And I think when you change your identity, you stop doing things that fall outside of that identity. So if I wanted to be, like I said, a footballer, I change my identity to that of a footballer. So okay, cool. What do footballers do? And I put myself in that mindset. Okay, cool. Premier League footballer trains 5 times a week. Okay, cool. Now I'm training 5 times a week. That's a lot better than what I was doing before. Just vocalizing, yeah, I want to be a professional footballer. A lot of the time, you got to live what you rap. And changing your identity to that of a footballer, it will make it so much easier for things to come naturally to you, as opposed to everything's forced. Like, there's probably times where you've wanted to go to the gym, for example, and you, I don't know how I've got to see, look, the segue is mad. I'll come back to the perspective thing in a minute. But there's probably times where you wanted to go to the gym or whatever, but you're still living in an environment which doesn't suit the new identity you want to have. You don't have gym clothes. You don't have a clean environment. You don't have meal plans. You don't have meal prep. You don't have a gym routine. These are all things that someone of that identity that you kind of aspire to have would have, you know. So I think that's important. I think that's really important. I don't know how I go on to that, but back to the perspective thing. See, I go on tangents, man. I think if you're trying to be something, you're trying to be someone, utilizing social media, I think is the, I'm saying it partially biased. The reason being, obviously I work in social media. I ain't trying to sell you nothing. More time, I don't want to work with a lot of you fuckers. So yeah, cool. There's no products over here. I ain't selling shit. I don't need money. I'm alright. This is why it's sincere. It's genuine. It's authentic. There's no course. I never sell a course, God forbid. But yeah, if you can manipulate your perception of social media to suit that of the person you're trying to be, that's how I got over there. To suit that of the person you're trying to be, it can only be beneficial for you, because you'll get to a level and a point where, and the thing is, you have to do it. It can't be a flex thing, and I'm not saying go spend a bunch of money trying to look like something that you're not. But at the same time, you can do that to the point where I think faking it till you make it is, I ain't even screwed this on properly, shit. Faking it till you make it, I think, is only bad when you're doing it for the sake of doing it. When you have an identity crisis and you're spending money to try and keep up with the Joneses, etc. I think from a business standpoint, if you're doing fake it till you make it, and you are manipulating your worldly perception to suit that of a brand, a business, or a person who you're trying to, who you aspire to be, I don't think that's an issue, because that can bring more business. And essentially, that's just good marketing. You're reaching the people you need to reach. Like, there's a lot of things I'd like to say on this channel. There's a lot of things I'd like to say, but I'm not. And there's a lot of reasons for that. One, mainly, my natural character, my natural persona, I don't believe that it lends well to YouTube, right? So you could say there's an element of fake it till you make it with this, but I'm just transparent and I don't really care. 9 times out of 10, I don't be saying shit, I just be watching and I listen. That's how I learn so much. That's why I kind of have a lot of shit that I could say. Massive problem I had was imposter syndrome. Now I've decided, and this is multiple influences. One, mainly Chiz was saying I should do vlogs. Second one was my boy, seeing how he's training for a fight right now, which we're going to. I'll take my vlog with me, it's gonna be cold. But he's developed like a main character syndrome now, which you kind of have to fight to get into that zone, and I get it. And like that's proper inspired me. So I think that's why I'm able to come on camera now and kind of present myself in this way. So there's an element of fake it till you make it now. I decided, what is the best, how can I best portray myself on camera? Because if I came on camera and was my real self, bro, 9 times out of 10, but I ain't really saying shit. Because they ain't shit to say. They ain't shit to say. You ever seen Phineas and Ferb? Yeah? I think it was Defo Ferb. Ferb ain't saying shit. He just got shit done. That's the businessman. That's the guy. It's like, oh, boom, what we doing today? Boom, let me build this. Boom, boom, boom. But he ain't saying nothing. It's just done. He just no talking. Everything just. I think that's how I like to operate, innit? Everything based off action, not words. I think words are 20% of interactions. I think words are smoke and mirrors, and more time, if your words don't match your actions anyway, your words don't really mean shit. Words only have value when supported by significant action. That's my opinion. There's no point of saying you're gonna do. That's why, I'm gonna do. With me, I tend to overshare a lot, particularly like because I think I get dopamine from it. So like, I would post on my stories and like start sharing certain things or whatever. And I still do it sometimes because I just can't help myself. But I shouldn't do it. I shouldn't do it, because reason being, you get dopamine from telling people what you're gonna do without actually doing the thing. That's one thing, and then you probably don't even do the thing. Then you look like an idiot. But then on the other hand, no one cares. So they saw your story, and you didn't do it anyway, and they don't care because they've got other things going on. You know. I got my boy. My boy. I basically tell all my ideas and stuff to, and I don't know. He just knows to take what I say with a pinch of salt. So I be saying a bunch of shit that I don't fucking do, but the stuff that I do it, you know. But he knows me, which is good. But to the average person, I just be saying a lot of shit. That's why I don't say shit, because I probably say too much. But yeah, main point in this video: control your narrative, control your perception. I think it's really important. I feel like people don't do enough to do that. I feel like you can, if you control the perception around you, you can kind of bend the world to what you want it to be. Because people, I find, they behave towards you as what they see you. They treat you as they see you. If you can manipulate how they see you, you can manipulate the person. Psychology, manipulation, all these things are things that I really like, I really enjoy. Because I find them so interesting, like the human mind, how it works, how it operates. And I think that's why my skill set lends well to like marketing, social media, content, etc. Yeah, but I'll do another video on like perception and what that all means and controlling your social media and that. Yeah.